welcome to Film Flashback Face Off. Triple F.
Well, let's first talk about what this show is. This is where we pick movies that Jason and Raymond have never seen from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and then they give their opinion of movies that we once loved or may continue to still love.
Yeah.
We'll check that out too if we feel the same way about the movie. Midnight Run is about a bounty hunter, Jack Walsh, played by Robert De Niro, who pursues a former mafia accountant, Charles Grodin, who is also being chased by a rival bounty hunter, the FBI, and a mob boss. So it's a buddy comedy road trip movie.
I gotta
bounty
say,
hunters you're looking for.
I gotta say, if I was going to hide, New York wouldn't be the place. Just
Why not?
Yeah, no kidding.
Why
There's a
not?
lot of people in New York.
Yeah, it's still though.
It's not like you're going to walk down the block in New York and run into somebody.
A lot of underworld in New York. You don't hang out where underworld people are.
Now there's
I'm
a ton of cameras, but not when this was made.
No. I'm just saying back then.
Well, let's start off with the opinions of Jason and Raymond. Jazzy, are you ready to give your opinion?
Sure.
Of Midnight Run?
I actually enjoyed this film a lot. I didn't think it was much of a comedy as it was portrayed to be. I thought that Robert De Niro makes a great asshole kind of copy, ex-cop, I should say. And I'm not used to seeing Charles Grodin as a nice, soft-spoken dude. Every movie that I've seen him in, he's always like a mad person who's losing his temper, or he's an asshole. So that was a change of pace. But no, I like the story. I thought it was a good movie. It kept me really engaged. I love buddy cop films, especially from the 80s. They all have kind of the same tune. I felt like I was kind of watching a mixture between Beverly Hills Cop and Lethal Weapon. So it kind of felt like to me a little bit. But yeah, I thought it was a good movie. And I'm pretty sure they used the same music that they use in Ocean's 11, like the with the bass, when they're walking around. I'm pretty sure that's the same exact music from.
Or the other way around.
Yeah.
Ocean's 11 used the same music as
that's what I meant.
Midnight Run.
Richie, who made the music for this? Richie?
It was very similar.
It was not Danny Elfman, was it?
It was Danny.
It was.
Oh wow.
Well, the final credit song was written by Danny Elfman, and he sang it with Oingo Boingo under the guise of a different band name.
Really?
Yeah, it was something like blah 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 and the bees,
Okay.
or something like that. So
Take a picture. Hapalunka City.
Oh, and I thought the mob boss,
Dennis Farina.
he's the exact same character, because he's the same guy in Snatch, exact same guy, same character, same everything.
He always is.
And
He's always that character.
Yeah.
Even on Law and Order, when he was playing a cop, it's the same.
Snatch.
He was a cop. He was a Chicago cop, and he fell into acting. They got him to help train up some actors. And they're like, "You just do it." It's kind of like R. Lee Ermey. He's the exact same thing. That's how he
He's
became
the
an
same
actor.
guy in Snatch.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. In Snatch, I was this is the exact same character.
Get Shorty. He was the same thing.
Yeah, he's the same guy.
Because he knows what it's like.
Dennis Farina filmed all his scenes in Vegas because he was filming a TV series in Vegas at the time.
Makes sense. I thought that the only part of the film where I was like, this is kind of stupid and cheesy, was when they were staking him out in the airport in Vegas, the whole FBI standing on the second floor, with their
big binoculars.
This mob boss has henchmen all over the airport, and these FBI is just scoping them out,
all in suits.
It's dude, you guys are sticking out like a sore thumb. I thought that was very cheesy, but other than that, I thought the movie was pretty damn good.
Sweet.
I have enough money to buy chorizo.
It's Lyonnaise potato. I have enough money to buy a Lyonnaise potato.
Leonese potato.
I'm going to bring up Leonese potato later in the show for a reason.
It's good with your steaks or chop. Any of your meat dishes, really.
All right, Raymond.
See, I have a different take. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was that great of a movie. I thought it was kind of boring.
We've heard enough from Raymond.
I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know. It's just like there wasn't really that much funny stuff. And I felt like, like that kind of travel movie where you're going on different forms of travel was better in planes, trains, and automobiles. Like I felt like that was a better version of this. There was just little things. Oh, sorry. There's just little things that I also like had a hard time believing, like how easy it was to tap people's phones and cancel credit cards with like no security. And then like, there's just too much of that music. Like I like the music, but it's just like every scene is just almost like too formulaic and like too cheesy. It's just all this bass groove constantly. Like I'm like, all right, I'm getting over it.
Back in the day, it was that easy to call and cancel credit cards.
Look at
no one checked it.
Look at Beverly Hills Cop. Look at they all had that.
It's just different times. It's hard to connect to it now.
Baseline
because like you wouldn't get,
and that's valid. That's because that's what we're asking you. Does it hold up?
I don't think it holds up.
The music does not.
I don't think it does. Like he shoots a helicopter with just a pistol and destroys it. Like takes out a whole helicopter with an M6. They have an M60 machine gun just unloading on them, and he just pulls out a 9mm.
He takes out the rotor and goes in the side of the mountain.
He's a cop. He's a good shot.
I liked Robert De Niro. Like I like angry, gritty, younger, like De Niro. And like what Jay was saying, it's hard to take the other actor as a soft spoken because I've always seen him in like Beethoven as like the angry dad. I thought that was an interesting. It was hard to like believe him as being like a chill guy. I don't
know. They do something. Charles Grodin does something in different movies. It's called acting.
Oh,
that's where
that's what that is.
That's where you act like different people.
Yeah.
Does he?
I don't know. I thought that was interesting. Hey, they were in Arizona at one point. That was cool. Another Arizona movie. At the end, the end when he's like letting him go. And they're like looking at each other. I'm like, are they gonna start kissing? Like, I thought he was like hitting him. I was like, this is a little weird. And then the fact that he had $300,000 on him the whole time. It's like
$1,000 bills.
He kept saying he had money.
Yeah, $1,000 bills. Like, what the hell?
I have enough money to buy.
Yeah, but earlier in the movie, he says he has money.
Yeah.
He said, "Would you take?" He says, "I have." He says a couple of times that he has money.
Yeah. I just felt like it was just like very campy and it just wasn't like over any good action. And I thought the jokes weren't that good either. I just was like, I felt like I'd seen it 100 times. Perhaps I had seen it fresh. Maybe a lot of like other movies that borrowed off of it. But for me and like the point of this podcast and today, I don't think it held up. And I felt like I'd seen it before.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go to us for now.
Go to Carl first.
Carl has something to say.
Carl?
I love this movie.
Does this movie hold up for you?
Completely. And I don't think it's just nostalgia. I think it's a great movie.
I agree, Carl.
I get that the music in movies, you're supposed to be able to kind of ignore the music and let it do to you what it's supposed to do. You can't ignore this music.
No, it's just so prevalent. It's like everything they do.
I get that part. I get that criticism.
Somebody went crazy on a piano, like in the post production.
Yeah, it felt like an episode of Seinfeld. So much bass groove.
I get it.
It was one of Elfman's first movies, so.
And what's cool about? Yeah. Never mind.
I think it's great acting. I think it's well directed, well written.
I just remembered my thought. Go ahead. It's highly quotable. In fact, we quote it.
Yeah.
We quote it so much. It's like.
Want some of that you eat?
Yeah. Yeah,
He said he had money, but he also said he doesn't fly, and then he flies.
Right.
That's part of the jokes.
You get out and push. I'll run you over.
Yeah, you get it. You get it started.
And, you get it started.
I'll run you over.
I'll run you over. Oh, thank you. Oh, I thought you were putting it out.
No,
I'm not putting it out.
I have 2 words for you. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Here's 2 words coming at you. Shut the fuck up.
You only
Always good to see Yaphet Kotto.
You only
He died young, so we didn't really get much out of him.
And Yaphet Kotto had a fever the entire time he was filming.
Huh.
He said this was one of the worst experiences he ever had filming.
Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy, does he?
Yeah. He hated the director. It's like, but Richie, what? Obviously, you feel the same about this movie.
I like it, but I
Richie, no one sees those things.
love it.
You think that's funny, but
It's
no
a good
one
time.
Richie is doing stupid Zoom effects.
Good for the audio.
It's to me, it's just it's one of my go-to. I can watch it any
There we
rainy
go.
day, or if I'm doing my once a year shopping with my wife, where I have to sit there and just keep getting her stuff. I load up movies and just sit there and wait for her to text me to get her a different color or a different size. So yeah, that's one of my why I'm sitting in Macy's or whatever. I love it. It's a fun movie. So
Yeah, so I still absolutely adore this movie. And it's interesting because De Niro, before he accepted this movie, he was trying to get the Tom Hanks part in Big.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
I could not see him doing that.
I could not.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
That was the comedy that he wanted to do.
Wow.
Oh no.
Originally. And then when he took this movie, they tried to pair him. Robin Williams wanted to do it.
Wow.
Because the studio didn't want Charles Grodin. They wanted a bigger name.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they work so well together.
Right.
And as characters, I completely bought their relationship and how it changes over the film.
Yeah, I did too.
And they said the whole litmus configuration scene.
Yeah.
That was all improvised by Grodin.
Yeah.
In fact, there were scenes cut
at
out.
the bar.
Yeah, the guy at the bar was actually a crew member. And they put him in the scene, and Charles Grodin would say different things to him, and there was things that they cut out because he said more than one thing to get a reaction out.
Are you red?
And
you dye your hair.
You dye your hair. I know. You're right. You dye your hair.
No. Why they call you Red? Because my last name Wood.
It's short for Red Wood. My last name is Wood. What's your first name? Jerry.
I don't remember. Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry.
Thank you for cooperating.
Thank you for cooperating. Would you?
That's classic, Red. Come on.
Open the red.
Yeah, I mean that part was pretty good, but overall, I was kind of bored throughout the whole movie. To be honest.
Oh.
Well, this movie was nominated as a Best Picture nominee.
Oh, really?
Was he short? No, he's pretty tall. Black hair, blonde. Looks like our guy.
That's our guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not Academy Awards. Golden Globe Awards. Was nominated for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy, and Best Actor for De Niro. It spawned 3 TV movie sequels.
Good Lord.
Ow.
I did not watch
About
those.
what?
One called Another Midnight Run.
Oh, no.
Midnight Runaround.
Oh, no.
And Midnight Run for Your Life.
And Midnight Reach Around.
Who's in these movies?
Christopher McDonald played Jack Walsh. Christopher McDonald is Shooter McGavin.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And so he played Jack Walsh in the TV show.
You know that actor has a Twitter handle and it's Shooter McGavin, and it's like the hero actor, and he's constantly quoting his lines from the movies, but he's relating it to real world problems. It's funnier than shit.
Oh, that's great.
There was an actor who turned down the Duke part. Albert Brooks turned down the more Duke.
I could see that. That could have worked.
And at one point, they had Harrison Ford as Jack Walsh and Chevy Chase as the Duke.
Oh wow.
I could see
Oh,
Chevy
man.
Chase as the Duke,
Whoa.
and like grumpy Harrison Ford. That would work.
Yeah,
That's
That
not
would
bad
see that.
either.
that's not a bad. No.
No, I could see that. It would still work. I don't think it would be as funny, but I think it would work.
Yeah,
Charles
De Niro-
Grodin was permanently scarred by the handcuffs that he had to wear for most of the film.
Oh wow.
yeah.
Oh yeah, just digging into his hands.
That's crazy.
And this was the
Poor
last
Chris.
film where Robert De Niro's name was spelled as one word.
Hmm.
Deniro.
Okay.
No space between the day and the Nero, as it
De
is
Niro.
today. You watch the
Indeed.
credits, it's De Niro with no space.
Probably people were pronouncing it wrong maybe back then.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
De Niro.
De
De Niro.
De
That's
Niro.
De Niro.
So this movie had a budget of $35
Niro.
million and it made $81.6 million. Good money in 1988 days.
Why don't you
Mhm.
go relax? Have a cream soda.
Yeah, that made me think of my grandparents because they had great cream sodas all the time.
Relax, would you? Go have a cream soda.
Have a cream soda.
Don't say it. Don't you say it. I will bury your head in that phone.
Oh, and how about that sweater that Dennis Farina was
Oh my
wearing?
God. That's so funny.
One that had like a little knot in it, or it's actually
yeah.
a big knot. Yeah, and De Niro accidentally really hit John Ashton in the face
Oh, really?
when they were filming. When he punches him, one of those times at which he punches him, when he goes, Marvin, look out. He actually hit him
Oh, that's right.
in one scene.
I fell for it every time, minus the last time.
How about a shout out to John Aston too?
Who
He's
is this?
really good in this.
Who is
He's-
this? Is this dummy number 2? Give me dummy number 1.
Yeah, it's moron. Is this
Yeah.
moron
Is
number
this
2?
number? Is this
Put
more?
moron number 1 on the phone.
I swear to God, I was like, this is like if I close my eyes, I feel like I'm watching Snatch. Like the same
It's the
shit.
same dude.
Yeah, it was really.
Oh yeah,
got
he's
anything
always
to
the
do-
same guy.
You got anything to declare? Yeah, don't go to England.
Well, on Rotten
Bad food.
Tomatoes,
Hot tea, Mary Poppins, London.
Yep. Mary Poppins, London. God.
on Rotten Tomatoes, it said the critics were 95% positive for this movie,
Nice. Way to go, critics.
and it ranked number 6 on Gene Siskel's list of best films of 1988.
There we go, Siskel.
Nice.
I disagree.
Cinema Score gave the movie a grade A.
This movie forays like me with Glenn Gary. Same thing. I was just like, you guys raved about that movie, and I was like, I don't get it. This is your version, Ray. This was your. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Same
Oh,
movie.
I got it. I mean, it's just I felt like I've seen it a
Yeah.
lot. I felt like it was just a movie I'd already seen. I was expecting something else. But again, it's because it's such an older movie. A lot of movies have probably already copied it. But for me, seeing it with fresh eyes in 2024, I was like,
All right.
and I don't have a nostalgia, like attachment to it.
Yeah.
See, I don't think I do either. But
Yeah, Fellowship of the Rings really ripped it off with the whole buddy road trip movie.
Yeah, that
I-
movie sucked.
I was
know, I
thinking
know.
Planes,
Go ahead.
Trains, and Automobiles did it better.
Like I
it's
normally,
so different.
I
That's
normally go off
Traveling, they hate each other. They're stuck together.
Yeah.
It came out a year before.
Go ahead, Jay. What are you saying?
I was like 1988. I always like to look at movies had countless hits in 1988. So
It's a good year.
Die Hard, Twins, Young Guns, Short Circuit 2, Bloodsport, Beetlejuice, They Live,
They Live.
Great Outdoors, Rambo 3, big. Obviously, we talked about that one. Just the Blob, Clean and Sober, Moonwalker, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. These are movies that came out. Alien Nation.
Wow. Remember that TV show?
Here's one of the blurbs of a review. There's a certain blue collar demographic pocket in America where Midnight Run will live on forever. I still hear manly guys quoting it 30 years later.
That's funny.
That's so true.
Accurate.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Why are you unpopular with the Chicago Police Department?
Tell you when I get to know you better. When are you going to get to know me
Well,
better? What are we, friends?
What? Yeah, what are we friends? That's like one of my favorite lines in the movie. Like, what are we, friends?
What's chorizo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was. I was like, how's it?
Hey, Carl, don't laugh. That was the first time I ever heard of chorizo too.
Oh, I
Because
probably me too.
Was in that movie.
How much is the coffee? 55 cents. How much is the tea? 55 cents. I love the tea. Just him looking at it.
When the Western Union office opens, we'll go down there. I'll get you whatever you want.
You want to start? Get you a steak? Go get a steak.
Lyonnaise potato. Oh, chorizo and eggs.
I want chorizo and eggs. Right.
Get you whatever you want.
Whatever you want. Yeah. You want some of that? You eat some of that. Oh, that's good.
All right, so we have mixed reaction with Jason and Raymond.
It's always funny when
Jason said it's the worst thing he ever saw, and I mean the best thing he ever saw, and Raymond said it's the worst thing he ever saw.
I thought it was a
Not
good,
the worst thing.
like a good buddy cop movie. What I don't get, how come all cop movies in the 1980s, why do cops have revolvers? It blows my mind every time I watch one of these movies because
why is that?
That was standard issue.
Yeah, but all the villains have like fully automatic machine guns.
M60s.
Did you see how good he was shooting that rotor?
Yeah, well, he had a Beretta on that one, but I'm just saying
he shot that rotor.
That's all
problem.
he needs.
Yep.
That's like how everywhere you could smoke too back then. Like
yeah.
Plane, you're smoking everywhere. And then like it's actually kind of funny. Like he gives him an anti-smoking talk. He's like, you really should be smoking.
And
On
he's
the
talking about
bus.
how you're killing people with second.
Yeah, secondhand smoke and all that. I was like,
what's interesting is being a seasoned train traveler. Robert De Niro, when he booked that Amtrak train, he got a bedroom. And when you book, that's a first class room. So your meals are included in your first class room. Yet he pays for his meal.
Oh.
So ruined the movie for me.
I just wish you could smoke a cigar wherever you want without people bitching.
cigars.
I'm glad you can't.
I know.
This is right around the time where smoking became it was getting bad, but it got real bad. You couldn't in restaurants, get on airplanes, even bars. This is right about the time that started kicking in.
I remember growing up and there was smoking sections and hotels and restaurants. I remember that because my grandpa smoked.
It wasn't that long ago. It's not. It's not like, hey, I remember.
No, it was actually like even when we were like of drinking age, it changed. Like we had to smoke outside. I remember going to bars and like dingy bars and people smoke, like casinos especially. There was smoking everywhere.
Oh, you can still
when we were
smoke
over
in
21.
casinos.
Yeah, casinos are still hanging on.
Yeah.
But in some,
I meant like bars for sure.
But in some casinos, you can't smoke cigars unless you're on the gaming floor, which is fucking.
Can't walk around with
smoke a cigar. You better be betting.
Yeah. I hate people. I really do.
That's like
okay. Richie, favorite scene.
Favorite scene.
Favorite scene.
Wow. I can't. Too many. There's too many.
Carl, favorite scene.
Yeah, hey. I can speak a lot of languages. Not your language.
But I actually like the banters between Joey Pants and De Niro.
Yeah.
I have to choose one of those. Oh man.
I'm gonna go get some donuts.
I love how angry Pants is.
But he got that with the cigarette in his fingers, like, I'm gonna get some donuts.
I'm gonna go get some donuts.
Probably the last scene with Pants and De Niro, where he says, "I got him." Now we're letting it go.
You think I'm gonna stiff you? When was the last? Who? Jerry is my witness. Has anyone ever has a single person walked in here?
Everybody's telling me to go myself.
Or my favorite scene, of course, is the obvious, the litmus configuration scene.
Yes, that was a great scene.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Into the,
or as Robert De Niro called it, the litmus configuration.
All these are fake. Just like a stack.
These two are good. All these are fake. These two are good.
All right. Well,
All right. That's one in the books.
Yep.
Midnight Run. Ray
Midnight
doesn't like it.
Run.
Ray doesn't like
They
it.
throw a
Ray is the
curveball.
only one who
Favorite
didn't like
Four
it.
v one. It's 4 against 1.
And
So-
now we all hate Ray.
Now,
Probably all the listeners who like that guy.
now Ray has to
Not
go
listening to
rewatch
this
it.
anymore. That Ray guy's an idiot.
Now
Nah,
Ray has to
man.
go rewatch it with an open mind.
It's all
Now
good.
Ray has to rewatch Rollerball.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
And all right, it's my favorite movie. It was so good. God, that litmus test. No, actually, that scene was pretty good. I did like the litmus test scene. That was pretty funny. But
You
it's
have
the
to
only
get
time I was like,
married.
all right.
You have to get married and then go shopping with your wife and then watch it again
Yeah.
while shopping.
How do you fit all those movies on your jitterbug, anyways, Richie?
I don't have a jitterbug. I have an iPhone. So yeah, I have an iPhone. Or help
Nathan.
Which works because you
works all the time.
you were able to join the Squadcast
Different angles.
session using
Richie
your
on the
phone.
street.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, if you want to send us an email, you can send it to what the heck is it?
Yeah. Triple F.
Flash.
Flesh.
Flash Black Friday.
Flash.
We can't
can't
even
get it
name
out.
this thing. It's really gonna catch on. We can't even say it.
Film.
Face-off flashback at gmail.com. That's faceoff-flashback at gmail.com. All one word. Face-off
You
flashback.
know what just occurred to me about Midnight Run? If I
What
can
occurred
go
to
back
you?
a little bit, I can't think of one female in the entire movie.
His wife and daughter.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh, he does go see the wife.
Are you 12 now? Are you 12?
Okay, that's right. All right.
The waitress.
But short scenes, small
The woman.
scenes.
The woman at the ticket counter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, they're all support roles.
Mm-hmm.
very much.
See? Again, when things
So
were
that-
great.
Go to damshow.co to find our homepage, and the way you'll find all our episodes. And you can find our episodes everywhere. Podcasts are given and sold, even though this is free. You don't got to pay for it. And the yawn from Richie signals that we should be wrapping up.
That's it. I'm Richie.
I'm Jim.
Carl.
Jason.
And Ray, the one who let everybody down.
Good night,
Ah, you
film
didn't
fan
hate it.
nation.